Hey guys, welcome back to another one.
At last. I've been anxiously awaiting your return.
Gaius Morrow is dead.
Yes, I know. As does Astrid. You have done well, and have earned both your reward and a bonus, as I have mentioned. But you should know that we have a more pressing matter to deal with. It's... Cicero. There's been an incident. You should proceed into the sanctuary. I'll let Astrid explain.
That poor Cicero.
Just try to relax, Vizara. Let the elixir do its work. You'll feel better shortly.
Thank you, dear. You are most kind. The Jester's cut feels as bad as it looks, I'm afraid.
Damn it, this never should have happened. We knew better. We knew better, and still we let our guards down. Ugh!
I'll admit, even I'm having a hard time disagreeing with you.
Marrow is dead, I know, but we've got bigger problems right now.
Gabriella mentioned something about Cicero.
The fool went absolutely berserk. He wounded Vizara, tried to kill me, and then he fled. I knew that lunatic couldn't be trusted.
Oh, it's true, I'm afraid. Cicero was a little whirlwind, slashing this way and that. It would have been funny if he weren't trying to murder us all.
Don't forget the ranting and raving. About the Night Mother, how she was the true leader of the Dark Brotherhood. And Astrid was just a pretender.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Look, we've got to deal with this situation. You've got to deal with this situation.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to find that miserable little fool and end his life. But first, find my husband. Make sure he's all right. After the attack, Arnbjorn flew into a rage. When Cicero left, Arnbjorn went after him. They disappeared into the wild. Search Cicero's room. Maybe there's something in there that sheds some light on where he might have gone. Let me know the minute you find something. I've got to see to Vizara and calm everyone down.
Bested by a fool. Who's the fool now, hmm?
Hush, Vizara. You were very brave. Astrid may well be dead if not for you.
She's right. I'll be forever moving.
Where is journal number 1? 18th of Evening Star, 4th Era, 186. As I begin this new phase of my life, I have decided to finally keep a journal. So much has happened to me thus far, both within the Brotherhood and without. When I think there is no record of what has transpired, it almost seems an affront to Sithis by himself. So I am determined to make amends. Yes, the Dark Brotherhood has its own scribes and chroniclers, but it's their solemn task to record those events deemed important to organize as a whole. Let this volume serve as a personal record of one man, a lowly assassin who has pledged his blade and his life for the Dark Brotherhood. 23rd of Evening Star, 4th Era, 186. I have arrived safely in Cheydinhall Sanctuary, and I have been greeted warmly by Rasha and the others. Indeed, the level of support and acceptance shown by my new family is rather overwhelming. For the sanctuary knows suffering, no sorrow, for the ghosts of purification still haunt its halls. So, who better to understand the plight of a brother who has lost a home and heart? Who better to comfort one whose sanctuary is no more? The Bruma sanctuary may be gone, but my dearest brothers and sisters will live on forever in my dreams, just as their souls live forever by the dead father's side. First of Rain's Hand, 4th Era, 187. Complete the Baroness contract. She died well. Her handmaiden, less so. 12th of Rain's Hand, 4th Era, 187. Cheydinhal suits me. With the destruction or abandonment of the other sanctuaries, our contracts are plentiful, as are our bonuses. Still, we seem to be losing our foothold throughout Tamriel at an alarming rate. There are rumors that the Black Hand is split on our continued direction. Some favor expansion, the others consolidation. My personal feelings is that the Dark Brotherhood needs to, at the very least, maintain the illusion of being everywhere at once. It has become exceedingly difficult to fulfill or even establish contracts in provinces where we no longer have a physical presence like Hammerfell. The more we ignore Tamriel, the more people lose faith in the Dark Brotherhood, our power, our service, our dedication to the Void. 27th of Rainhand, 4th Era, 187. The listener, Alisande Dupree, has been visiting with us for several days. Down from her private residence in Breville, she and Rasha had been discussing the possibilities of reopening the Shadow Scale training facility in Argon in Black Marsh, but ultimately decided we lacked the resources to follow through with the plan. 27th of Rain's Hand, 4th Era, 187. Complete the arena contract. I ultimately decided to pose as a starstruck fan and immediately got into the Grand Champion's good graces, while escorting the arrogant fool, though, through the Great Forest. I slashed his throat and left his corpse for the bears. Wow. 7th of Sun's Height, 4th Era, 188. Wayrest is lost. The city fell to crosshairs, and it's just a matter of time before the sanctuary is breached. May the Night Mother watch over her children in their hour of need. 5th of Last Seed, 4th Era, 188. We received word today. The Wayrest Sanctuary was raided and destroyed by the Corsairs. There were no survivors. There are now only 3 active Dark Brotherhood strongholds remaining. Cheydinhal Sanctuary here in the Imperial Province, a remote sanctuary located in the forest of Skyrim, and the Corinth Sanctuary of Elsewhere. The Black Hand has ordered the Corinth Sanctuary to be closed, and its members integrated into our own ranks here in Cheydinhal. I will embrace those new family members as warmly as I was when I first made my home here. 27th of Hearthfire, 4th Era, 188. The situation in Breville grows more dire. The city has erupted into violence due to the war of control being waged by Cyrodiil's 2 largest skooma traffickers. The listener, Alisande Dupree, has been forced to employ sell swords to protect her own residence. 1st of Sun's Dusk, 4th Era, 188. Things in Breville have come to a head. The statue of the lucky old lady has been destroyed, and Alisande Dupree has left her residence to guard the crypt of the Night Mother, hidden below the remains of the statue. If the crypt is discovered, Alisande Dupree, of course, protect the remains of the unholy matron until her dying breath. Rasha is sending Garnag and Andronica to aid in the crypt's defense. I begged to accompany them, but Rasha wouldn't have it. He said my place is here, defending this sanctuary, and I must of course respect that decision. 12th of Sun's Dusk, 4th Era, 188. Botched my contract and forfeited the bonus. The silk merchant was already cold, and I was halfway through the window when her daughter stepped into the room. I had little choice at that point. 21st of Sun's Dusk, 4th Era, 188. So much has happened since my last entry. After Garnag and Andronica left for Breville, we stopped receiving communication from the city. We feared the worst. This morning those fears were confirmed when Garnag returned alone, transporting a most precious cargo, the great stone coffin of the Night Mother herself. The story Garnag told me curdled the blood of even the most hardened of Sithis' servants. The crypt of the Night Mother was raided, dear sister Andronica cut to pieces, and the listener herself, the most honored Alisande Dupree, burnt alive in the storm of mage fire. Garnag thought though bravely injured, he will most certainly lose his right eye, managed to fend off the attackers, and transport the Night Mother's coffin safely out of the city. He has been on the road making his way back here since that tragic night. I should probably take it. "23rd of Sun's Dusk, 4th Era, 188. Now that things have settled down, the reality of our situation has finally come to bear. We are a Dark Brotherhood without a listener. With no listener, the Black Sacrament will go unheard. Surely the Night Mother will speak to someone soon, thus choosing a new listener to talk to, take Alison Dupree's place. Until that happens, though, we must take to the streets. We must hear the pleas of the desperate and vengeful. The people of Tamriel must never know that their praise to the Night Mother are going unheeded." 24th of Morningstar, 4th Era, 189. It's a new year and 2 months since the Night Mother first arrived here at the Cheydinhall Sanctuary, and still the unholy matron has not seen fit to speak to any of us. And so, Rasha had decided to revive an ancient Dark Brotherhood tradition, the appointing of a keeper, a guardian whose sole duty is safeguarding of the Night Mother's remains. The remaining members of the Black Hand will make their decision tomorrow. 25th of Morningstar, 4th Era, 189. I have been chosen. By some incomprehensible twist of fate, the Black Hand has named me the Night Mother's keeper. In all honesty, I am both incredibly honored and deeply saddened. This means the end of my contracts. I'll be lucky to lift a blade again. Thankfully, Russia has promised me one final contract before I accept my new duties. 30th of Morningstar, 4th Era, 189. The Jester lies dead. My final contract has been completed. Oh, how he laughed and laughed, until he didn't. 3rd of Last Seed, 4th Era, 189. I have settled well into my new role as keeper. It is my duty to not only keep the Night Mother's shrine clean and candles lit, but to tend to the body as well. The Night Mother's crypt was a consecrated place, shroud-kissed, absence of sunlight, and safe from the world above. Removed from there, the remains are subject to filth and corruption of the living. The body is perfectly preserved, so the concern is not physical, but rather spiritual. The remains must be sanctified regularly, so that they may continue to serve as a conduit for the Night Mother's soul. Our matron's eternal spirit may travel to the void freely, but it is through her own earthly remains that she communicates with the listener. And so I wash the corpse weekly, with the requisite oils, recite the ancient incantations, and personally see to the extermination of any insects or rodents if the Night Mother does not speak. It will be because she chooses not to, not because she is unable. This is my responsibility. This is my vow. 12th of Mid-Year, 4th Era, 189. Months and months and months, and no listener. Why won't the Night Mother speak to me? I am worthy as keeper, but not as listener? I protect Our Lady, keep her sanctified. But she will not grace me with her voice. 4th Era, Sun's Height, 4th Era. 4th of Sun's Height, 4th Era, 189. So long since I have worked my blade. So long since I have saved a soul. But I am now keeper, no longer a taker. I think back fondly on my hours with the Jester, his laugh, his scream, his pitiful cries, and then, as the end drew near, his laughter once more, merry in death as well as life. I was honored to know him. Jesus Christ. First of Hearthfire, 4th Era, 189. Cheydinhall has erupted into violence and chaos, like so many cities before it. The sanctuary has remained unbreached. But for how long? Our numbers are few, and with no speaker, the contracts have dwindled almost to nothingness. Rasha holds on to the sanctuary, is slipping. 26th of Frostfall, 4th Era, 189. Silence. Deafening silence. In my head. In my head. It is the silence of death. The silence of the void. Seeping into me. Through the mother. The silence is hatred. The silence is rage. The silence is love. 4th of Evening Star, 4th Era, 189. Today Rasha declared himself the listener, claiming the Night Mother spoke to him last night. But when questioned, he could not name the binding words. Liar. Deceiver. His charade must not stand. 5th of Evening Star, 4th Era, 189. Rasha is dead. As commanded by the silence, so did I obey. I did not wield the knife, oh no, but dipped the honey soft sweet into Garnag's eager ear. He is a good brother, a loyal brother, to both Cicero and our matron. He did the deed, gladly. 10th of Sun's Dawn, 4th Era, 190. Only 3 of us left. Cicero, Garnag, Pontius. 15 of Sun's Dawn, 4th Era, 190. The Night Mothers remain silent. I remain unworthy. The sanctuary remains doomed. 3rd of First Seed, 4th Era, 190. I can hear it. Deeper and deeper. Louder and louder. Punctuating the silence like thunder on a calm evening laughter. 4th of First Seed, 4th Era, 190. Laughing, 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 laughing. It is the Jester. A voice from the void. To cheer poor Cicero. I accept your gift, dearest Night Mother. Thank you for my laughter. Thank you for my friend. 16th of Rain's Hand. 4th Era, 191. Pontius is dead. A Dark Brotherhood assassin was killed by a common bandit while walking the streets of Cheydinhall. How can something so sad be so funny? 17th of Rain's Hand. 4th Era, 191. I love the laughter, dearest Night Mother, but still I long to hear your voice. It's not too late. Speak to me, my mother. Speak to me, that I may set things right. I can save the sanctuary. I can save the Brotherhood. You can have the laughter. Take it back. In exchange, then. The laughter for your voice. 2nd of Second Seed. 4th Era, 191. It's not safe to leave the sanctuary. We'll stay here. All is well. 29th of Last Seed. 4th Era, 191. Garnag is gone. Gone, 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 gone. Left to get food, but he'll be back. It's only been 3 months. 3 months? 3 months? 12 months? 4 slots? 21st of Sun's Dusk. 4th Era, 192. Cicero is dead. Cicero is born. Laughter has filled me. Filled me so completely. I am the laughter. I am the jester. Soul that has served me. Oh my god, I can't. The soul that has served as my constant companion for so long has breached the veil of the void. Finally and forever. It is now in me. It is me. The world has seen the last of Cicero the man. Behold Cicero the fool of hearts. Laughter incarnate. 28th of Sun's Dusk. 4th Era, 200. Found the old journal. Decided to write. A treatise on silence, sound, darkness, and light. How long has it been since the Night Mother first came here? How long since I was made keeper? How long since I became the fool? Since I've been alone? Since Cheydinhall fell? Since they started pounding on the door, like so many hammered heartbeats? It's dark in here, and quiet. Poor Cicero no longer hears the laughter, for he is the laughter. There is no listener in Cheydinhall, no listener in Cyrodiil, no listener in me. We must leave here, before the sanctuary falls, before the Night Mother burns, before the Dark Brotherhood withers, before the laughter dies. 29th of Sun's Dusk, 4th Era, 200. I took a scroll and spied a maid. The matron's duties swayed my blade. So busy now, I miss the thrill. If only I had time to kill. And last one. 30th of the sun's dusk, 4th era 200. I have written the letters so polite, so official, to Astrid and Skyrim. Her sanctuary still stands, still operates. But how? No listener means no Black Sacrament. No Black Sacrament needs no contracts. Her family can abandon the old ways and still survive, still kill. But it is a family. But is that family still the Brotherhood? Or something else? Something new? Something different? Something wrong? Something wrong. Still we must go. Tomorrow we set sail. Float on a boat through the moat called the sea. Her and me. 22nd of evening star. 4th era. 200. Sick of the rocking, tossing, rolling, throwing upon the grey waves. I've been reading of Skyrim. The good days. The old days. Of the old ways. There was another sanctuary once. A Dawnstar sanctuary. Good, ancient, and strong. Blessed by Sithis. Cicero will go there. No need for Astrid. The mother and I will settle. And she will speak to me, finally. And we will build the old way anew, together. 23rd of evening star. 4th era, 200. The passphrase is mine. I have found it. In a letter of ancient, as the sanctuary itself. The Black Door will ask, what is life's greatest illusion? I am to answer, innocence, my brother. Finally, a space, a place to call my own. A joker's retreat from the fool of hearts. 4th of first seed, 4th era, 201. The sanctuary is home. As I had dared hope. Cool and dark and lovely. My sanctuary. Sanctuary from all. I know it is every corner, every hall, every shadowed nook and alcove. My sanctuary. The guardian knows me, recognizes me as keeper. They leave poor Cicero alone. The big ugly beast, a different story. He'd eat me if he could. But to bind me, grind me, he'd need to find me. And Cicero will make sure that that does not happen. For I have sanctuary, sanctuary from all. 13 of first seed, 4th era, 201. Sanctuary is safe, and salvation. But silence, so silent. I give my love to the unholy matron. I give my laughter freely, but I do not hear her. The silence has returned, now that I am laughter, and no longer hear laughter. I once again hear the silence of the void. It reaches across time and space. Its silence is deafening once more. First of Rain's hand, 4th era, 201. Mother and keeper must go. I am not the listener, and never will be. But I am the keeper. I must serve my mother's will above my own. I must find her listener. I must teach Astrid of the errors of her way, the beauty and necessity of the old ways. I have sent the letter to Astrid. We leave soon, but Cicero will keep this sanctuary as his sanctuary, a place to rest and ply my trade. For once I take up the blade and send some lucky souls to him, when laughter strikes as fit my whim. Man, that was a lot of reading. If you're still here, thanks for bearing with me.
Have you found something?
Yes, Cicero's journal.
Good, good. Does it say where he may be headed?
Yes, an abandoned sanctuary in Dawnstar. I have the passphrase.
The Dawnstar Sanctuary? Whatever for. Never mind, it doesn't matter. You need to leave. Now. Every moment counts, so I want you to take my horse. His name is Shadowmere. You'll find him outside by the pool. Let's just say he's one of us. Find Arnbjorn. Make sure my husband's all right. And then send that jester's twisted little soul to the void, in as many pieces as possible. I took that prancing fool into my home.
So I'm actually gonna summon the Spectral Assassin. I forgot to do that in the last video.
And this is how you
He's actually Lucien LeChance from Oblivion. He has some cool dialogue on the story. Saddle. Oh, there it is.
The Keeper is a sacred position within the Dark Brotherhood. Ask yourself, do you trust the wisdom of Our Lady?
Don't worry, Lucien, I won't kill him.
Should have figured Astrid would send you.
I will kill this
You're hurt?
jester.
What gave it away?
Disturbance in the void.
Yeah, gotta admit that little jester's good with that butter knife. But don't worry, I gave as good as I got.
Where's Cicero now?
In there, through the door. Some old sanctuary by the looks of it. I would have followed him, but I don't know the phrase.
I know the phrase. I'll get Cicero. You go home.
Alright, you convinced me. Doubt I'd be much good to you anyway. The little fop cut me pretty deep. But I slashed him good. Pretty sure I severed an artery. Don't know what you're gonna find in there. But you can probably just follow the blood.
What is life's greatest illusion?
What?
Innocence, my brother.
Awaits
Listener! Is that you? Oh, I knew you'd come! Send the best to defeat the best. Astrid knew her stupid wolf couldn't slay Cicero.
So here's further persuasiveness, I guess, not to kill. You can get all the jester's clothes here, so you don't really need to kill him.
No! Listen to that! You... details, get it? Stickler! Oh, I see. You're still alive. Respects the listener's abilities, of course, but could you at least slow down a bit? Chilly. You'll enjoy this. Not an original part of the sanctuary per se. Let's call it a forced addition. Force my what? But what's a fool to do when his mother is slandered and mocked? Surely the listener understands.
So if you haven't played Morrowind, this is actually a type of creature you can find in the game when you go to Solstheim. He attacks the Thirsk meat hall. Or something like that. To be honest, I haven't really played through the Thirsk meat hall in Morrowind.
Maybe we can just bygones be bygones. What do you say?
I won't kill you, so don't worry.
If it's any comfort, I do feel slightly bad about Isara. Stupid lizard got in my way. But please, tell me that hulking sheepdog is bled to death. No. And now we come to the end of our play. You caught me. I surrender. Oh, you prefer to listen, eh? Of course, of course. The listener listens. A joke. A funny joke. I get it. Then listen to this. Don't kill me. Let poor Cicero live. I attacked the strumpet bastard. I did. And I'd do it again. Anything for our mother? Return to the Pretender. Tell her I'm dead. Tell her you strangled me with my own intestines. But lie. Yes, lie. Lie and let me live.
Don't worry, sister, I'll let you live. You're a good lad.
Do what you will. Cicero has left. In the end,
Arnbjorn is safe, and for that you have my thanks. But what of the fool? Is Cicero dead?
You know,
Yes, Cicero is dead.
a good
Excellent.
purification might
Once
be
again, you've
just
proven
what this
yourself a
sanctuary
born
needs.
assassin. Tell you what, why don't you hold on to Shadowmere a while longer? He's a fine steed, and hasn't been ridden nearly as much as he should lately. And now that this Cicero mess has been mopped up, we can get back to the matter at hand.
Dreary, dank, and dim.
Right, so what's my next task?
Truly.
There's
A
just one more
sanctuary to
target before we
call
strike out at the Emperor. Have you by chance heard of the Gourmet? Read his cookbook? It's become quite a phenomenon. The Gourmet is scheduled to cook for the Emperor at a special dinner. You'll kill him, steal his writ of passage, and assume the role of Master Chef.
One day,
Festus has been
you
spearheading
will
this
set
part of
our
the
great
assassination
father
plan.
as I
He's close to uncovering
do
the
now.
identity of the Gourmet. You should report to him. Watch yourself out there.
Alright, and with that, I think I'm going to end the video here. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button and subscribe. Peace.